Welcome back to iRacing with the Spear. We're in the Williams FW31, the iRacing Formula One car. We're at the Circa de Barcelona, Catalunya. Oh boy. And we are starting 24th out of 25 cars. We want to try to take it easy. Not see. Last time we had, there's quite a bit of issues at the start and early in the race, so we want to try to stay out of trouble.
Left side.
There's no reason to be fighting.
Clear, clear. On your left.
Whoops!
2 wide. Right side. 1. Clear.
I think there was something going on behind. There was a guy on my left who did not slow down enough, and a guy on my left who slowed down way too much. Be on edge. This is great because there's a lot of old classic Formula One paints. And that well, I guess at this point that is old and classic now, isn't it? I'm a little worried about that guy behind me. Does he know there's somebody in front of me? Does he know this is lap 1 and we're all bunched up?
In front of you.
Ooh.
Stay right. Stay right.
See, things are happening. In the early goings, things can go south in a hurry. So these guys are going all over the place. This guy isn't even looking where he's going. I'm pulling out.
1:76.177 on the left side. You're clear. On your left. Clear.
I think that's going to wind up being the smart thing to do.
On your right.
Because some of these guys are just, how do I say? Well, I recognize the names from previous races, and I'm concerned about safety. I've seen how it's been driving so far. We'll just hang back here and try to avoid the carnage. Alright, so there's Dennis behind us. He seems to be falling back. He out-qualified us. Well, we didn't qualify, but...
Front of you.
See, look, those two guys, as predicted. Those two yellow ones, the bright yellow one and the Jordan. I was right in the middle of those two, and I'm pulling out of that. One of them towed. I don't know which one towed. I think it was Igor was the Benson and Hedges. Jordan.
24, 26.
So yeah, I didn't want to be in between those two. I mean, it's crazy just to pull out like that on the straight and let people by, but in online racing, sometimes you got to do it. I mean, you see a lot of crashes in F1 and stuff like that, but I doubt anybody ever lets somebody go by just because they think they're such a nutter. That something might happen. Uh-oh, what's going on up there? Wrong track, dude. To be out that far, he would have had to be pushed out that far. Maybe somebody tried to pass in there and go too wide. Whoops. Yeah, take that a lot sharper. Yeah, that was a bad last section. I'm losing Brian ahead.
1 minute 21.924.
I'll get back up there. Well, one of the problems we have with this car, I noticed it. Canducci noticed it. Oh yeah, let me run down the list of players. We got the regulars. We've got Canducci and Side Pocket and Spear here. But also today we've got Nim Cross, the iRacing Chief Steward. So everybody's on their best behavior, one would think. Probably not, but hey, they should be. Well, they should always be on their best behavior, shouldn't they? But one of the things we've noticed about this car is that neither Rob nor I really know how to set it up that well. We're getting our setups from the forum, so we're kind of at a loss of what we can do to it. How we should adjust the setup for us. I mean, neither Rob and I are... Oh no, Spear! Oh. Neither Rob nor I are setup experts. I lost 10 seconds there. And thank you for popping up the 2x. Yeah, Buzz. Okay, I lost 9 seconds. How about? But we're not setup experts, so we don't really know how to set up the car for us. You know, how to make it feel right for us. If we wanted more downforce, less downforce, or things like that. There's, you know, it's a complicated machine, I guess. It's the F1 car. It's not as complicated as the newer F1 car, but they don't run a series with that. That was just a crazy car. But that car really wasn't about... It's complicated. It was just incredibly difficult to drive. Alright, so we're back here with Dennis again. So after all that, after playing it safe and staying away from those guys, Spear spins and gives up 2 spots and lost the draft. That's the worst part. With the draft, I was able to... Igor's out. The draft, I was able to keep up with him and get good speeds down the front straight. So we do get setups from the forum, but like I said, they're not specific to us. You know what I'm saying? That a setup, a good setup is a good setup, but everybody drives a little bit differently. So you kind of need something a little different. It doesn't have to be majorly different, but everybody drives a little bit differently. Dennis has pitted. Maybe he got... Oh, you know what? Dennis actually might have been the person who got rear-ended on... Yeah, I think he got rear-ended at turn 1. Whoever started behind me rear-ended Dennis at T1. Was that David? Yeah, I don't remember exactly who started behind me. But they got rear-ended at T1, and I guess Dennis was not really feeling it. Well, alright, so here we are, lonely again. Now watch my previous race. We need to talk about this. Should these lonely races, although there was some early race fights. See, so this is not particularly lonely. Although it looks like it's going to be lonely now. Since that spin, losing 10 seconds, I would have been... See, I still would have been in with Manuel and David there. And Chris Lawrence looks like he's had an accident. He's fallen way back. He's usually really high up there. But yeah, he continues to fall back, so he's gonna drop out. He's just gonna stroll into the pits. To be going that slow, he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna be able to get out of the pits. Yeah, he can't even keep it in a straight line. So Tough luck for Chris. I hate it when that happens. It's only lap 7. But when you get knocked out on a race on lap 7, it's so early. I mean, you don't want to be knocked out of a race anytime, but the early laps, it's just horrible. Alright, so P22 for Spear. But thanks to that spin, we're not near anybody. But the car's in one piece, knock on wood. And we'll have the leaders coming up too soon. Too soon. I just noticed now that I don't have the draft, I'm also using up more fuel. So our pit stop will be longer. Yeah, there's Chris. There's no way that car is going to make it out.
1 minute 21.758.
If I remember, people are doing 17s on race pace, the leaders. So that's about 4 seconds a lap on me. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, but for those of you with eagle ears, you might notice a difference. I got under my rig today with the silicone lubricant. Worked on my pedals, so those should be quieter. But while doing so, I hit a nerve in my shoulder, and it, oh my god, it was like being shot. Well, I don't know what being shot is like, but it was not good. Because you guys probably remember I was on some nerve medication for months and months last year, and months and months and months, and stopped taking it. David in the pits, P21. What's going on here? It's too early to pit. It is too early to pit for a pit stop. That is not the right time to pit if it's just a stop. But I was on nerve medication for a long time, and I just finally just said enough's enough. I don't want to take this nerve medication the rest of my life, so I stopped taking it. And wouldn't you know, bam! And it put me down for the count. But that silicone lubricant really did a good job. Hopefully it lasts a while. Hopefully I never have to worry about it again. Yeah, you don't, WD-40 is not what you need around electronics and stuff. So I thought about not doing this race, but I mean, they only, the series I do, the Formula Ones, the Lotus 79, the Williams here, and the IndyCar Road, they only race a couple times a week. So it's like, you gotta do them. Oh man, I just scratched my nose and got this huge twinge in my elbow. Ugh, I don't want to go back to the doctors. And I think that guy came out of the pits, David. Now, technically, I think he could make it from lap 10 to the end. If that's I mean, if he had some damage, maybe he got the damage fixed and pitted at the same time. I think he could go from lap 10. I don't know. It's possible. I don't know how much fuel you can take. It's a 43 lap race. So could he go 33 laps? Ugh. Well, plus he'd probably be down another lap or so. But it'd be questionable. But I certainly wouldn't want to have his tires at the end. Yeah, he's back in the pits. So he must have tried to do a lap. He must have gotten some repairs, tried to do a lap. Oh, I knew it. And went back in. So
1 minute 21.519.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him drop out. I got 3x this race. What am I doing? Actually, of all the cars I drive, this one's probably the, strangely enough, the most difficult for me to control. Most people would probably pick the Lotus 79, but I mean, I think I've got a handle on that as far as safety is concerned. I mean, not blazing quick or anything, but I think as far as safety, I can control it. This thing's just it's just so powerful and so quick that I can't really always handle it. Uh-oh. San Filippo's, they just dominate this series. You know how much of a huge lead they have over everybody else. No, we almost lost it. Okay, so I'm 14 seconds behind Manuel there. He's going to be dropping off the relative soon. But it stayed... I'm losing a little bit to him each lap, but it's staying relatively constant. So I know if he does have an issue, that I'll be within striking distance. Whether or not he has an issue, that's another story. But I mean, if he just does a little quick spin or something, I'll be able to catch up. Hopefully. But as more guy, see, he'll slow down for the leaders, but as people lap us, we'll both have to slow down. Yeah, this is getting hard to turn. But I've been meaning to get under there with the silicone lubricant for a long, long time. But I've just not been able to. But lately I've been feeling better, which is why, one of the reasons I figured I could stop taking the nerve medicine. Been feeling better, able to stretch out a bit more and more. You know, I just keeping with the stretching. They got me on some kind of stretching regimen and trying to get better that way. So it's been working. But every once in a while it'll flare up again. Either through injury or just through sleeping. It's crazy. So there's no IndyCar for me this week. IndyCar is at the Twin Ring Motegi. And I don't have that track. I don't think I'll... never say never. I might get the track someday. I'm going to let John go early. Oh, not like that. Come on, Spear. That was very slow. Very bad. But I don't have Motegi. I might get it someday, but I don't know. Probably not. It's just not used very often. I mean, why would you get a track that's not used very often? Dennis was the guy who was first out, or perhaps second. So no Indy Road. Let's see, where's Formula One? I have no idea. Lotus 79 is at the Nordschleife. The Nordschleife with Lotus 79. So I am hoping to do several of those. Now, they normally only have, you know, not too many races per week. But I'm hoping that this week there will be more. I will be on the lookout for them. Unfortunately, sometimes they run too early. Like the Europeans run their races too early for me. I'm still at work. The Americans run their races too late for me. I'm in bed by then. So sometimes I miss out on both just because of the timing, which kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? It's like I can make the European one if it was 2 hours later, and I can make the American one if it was 2 hours earlier, but I missed both of them. So that's no good. But things will change come, what do you call it? Daylight savings. You know, when they spring forward, things will be a little bit better. I'll be able to make one of them. But hoping to make some of those Nordschleife races. And I'm not sure where F1 is next week. Oh, yes, I am. It's at Mo Sport. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Mo Sport. Motorsport. So that's going to be crazy. It's going to be so fast. People are going to be lapping it under a minute. And it's going to be so crazy fast. It's actually, you know what? Sorry. It's kind of scaring me. Because that is a dangerous track. And it has some very difficult corners that people are going to be taking very fast. And potential landmines as well. So there's a lot to look out for. Alright, Manuel's, like I said, he's getting a little bit on me every lap. Like a tenth or two. So it's like if I hadn't spun when I was ahead of him, I might still be behind him at this point, but I would have at least slowed him down and kept him closer to me. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have trouble behind. As there are three guys, 4th, 5th, and 6th. At least 3 guys. I don't know who's in 7th. I can't let you all through at once. I wish I was going faster, but what are you going to do? Maybe I should have pitted that lap. Oh, maybe I should have let people go by here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, spear. Spear, spear, spear. I knew I should have let people go by sooner. I didn't let him go by sooner, so I was trying to hold the inside on that. On the exit, and spun it. Dang it. Come on, Spear. Here comes Nimcross. And another driver who I'd like to let through. Somebody's in the pits. Regularly scheduled stop.
We're going to be pitching here in about 5.
Thank you.
Way to manage that run. Good job.
Thank you. And that would be why I don't use Crew Chief. Crew Chief is not really encouraging or friendly or even nice. But at least sometimes here I get messages of support, even though they're kind of wonky and, well, not particularly accurate. I'm going to slow down. This is really killing me now, having to slow down so much for these guys. But I don't want to get in between two guys fighting. I know other people would hold off and not, you know, not people through nearly as easily as I would, but am I really going to catch... yeah, see, it's all the people are in the pits now. Am I really going to catch Manuel? Nah. Not after that second spin. So I was 15 before, now it would be 25 seconds probably. You can see in the upper right. What is that, 5x? Dang it. Oh. $5x. That doesn't sound like the Spear you know. I mean, usually I look at my profile and it's 0x, 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 0x. With no change in SR. That's some 5x.
Halfway. 1 minute 20.542.
Okay, so there's Brian at 16. He's probably pitted. That's how far behind I think I might be. Now, you never know, I might have missed somebody. One of these guys going in the pits, I might have just said, oh, they're going in for fuel, and they might have actually retired the car. Doubtful, but you never know. Oh, yes! John Owens 4. Rookie. This was, I think, his first F1 race. He appears to have retired. He's down 3 laps now. Yeah, I don't know if he brought the car back out, or if I didn't see him disconnect, but to be honest, I can't always see that, especially when the other cars are coming by.
Keep an eye on that pit road, my man. You know, might be coming soon.
I know, bro. Thanks, Earl. See, this Jimmy Johnson spotter pack is much better. It's helpful. Actually, I think I might pit this time. Otherwise, I'd have to let 2 people go by. Slow me down some more. And there's Manuel, 15 seconds. Much less than 15 seconds, and it looks like he's pitting. Wait a second there. Call me crazy, but... Alright. Oh, there's Manuel, he's taking off.
Go.
Marco still hasn't pitted. Jeez. Alright. We got fuel to the end. And we're P20. Always take it easy coming out of the pits. So something happened to Manuel because he had 15. Oh, he had 15 seconds. Yeah, he must be broken. That pit stop, I don't think saved him. He must have some kind of damage, I think, because he was 15 seconds up, and then I spun again, and then we were getting very close at the pits, and then I just passed him. So I'm thinking he might be damaged.
Leader pit road.
He's staying out. He's still with me, so might just be a little damage, or it might just be no damage. He might have just had several spins and been getting flustered. Been there, done that. So then you think, well, gee, if I hadn't spun twice, oh, could have really been up on Manuel. Of course, you can't keep doing the what if thing. We had a million different what-ifs so far. What if I had qualified 1 spot higher, and I would have been the one getting rear-ended at T1? So, you know, you never know. Yeah, so Manuel is definitely still catching. It's just like before, you know, a tenth or... Oh! I was going to spin there. And David ahead. So we are seeing some people on the... David is coming down quickly. So we are seeing some things happening. You know, people tell me you don't have to be perfect and get 0x all the time. But boy, it doesn't hurt. What hurts is when you do get the X's. Costs you so much time or put you out. Yeah, something's definitely wrong with David. Continues to shed time. Whoa. Oh no. Okay, so that's 5x. So I didn't have 5x before, somehow I only had 4. Thank you, David, for not pitting and for staying out on track and almost hitting me. Jeez, what a... You gotta be kidding me. He knows he's in a broken car. I'm sure he's got a meatball. And he lost 10 seconds to me last lap. Come on, dude. He's going to take it. Oh. We had that in the Lotus 79 where somebody was so far off the pace and just took out one of the leaders. I mean, you just can't. You can't be driving like that. Where's Manuel? Where's Manuel? There's a guy behind me. He appears to have disappeared. Oh, Jan's dead. I appreciate him getting out of the way because I was coming. Jan's a... See, that's the mark of a good driver. You know, you got a broken car, they get out of the way. You'd think more people would be sitting up on that berm. Okay, so you got the San Filippo's. Okay, so where's P17? That is the question. Actually, P17 would be Jan Hoffman. I don't think they pronounce it Jan. I think they... Jan? I don't know how they pronounce it. Maybe they do say Jan, I don't know. There's Manuel, 10 seconds. So I don't know if he just slowed down to let everybody go by or if he spun. I guess it doesn't matter. 9 seconds, Manuel. Uh-oh. Alexi behind me is not fighting with anybody. He's all off on his own. 10 seconds to the guy behind him. Yikes! P11 in the pits. I don't know why that would be.
Right side. Clear.
P11's disconnected. Remember me saying earlier, I felt this was the hardest car of the three I drive regularly. I think this is the hardest car to control. And you're seeing a lot of people disconnect. I think Manuel and I are fighting over 15th place. What I'm doing is I'm keeping an eye on the relative and trying my darndest not to get on the throttle too much, because this thing will spin. Quite a bit of concentration. Okay, so let's see. Ah! No! Alright, so 11, 12, 10 laps to go.
21.5.
Spotter doesn't know it, but we've got 10 laps to go. Oh, David's back out of the pits. And still going slowly. Yeah, David is no faster than he was before. Blue flags are gonna cheer up. I don't know what that there's a song, something about blue skies are gonna clear up. That isn't, gray skies are gonna clear up. I don't know. You know those old-timey songs that you've heard before, but you never hear it again and you forget the words. Was it gray skies are gonna clear up? Put on a happy face? I don't know. Spreads? You get the idea. Oh no, not again. Not David into T1. Please slow down much earlier than you did before. Thank you. All right. Now remember, the spotter doesn't know what he's talking about. Sometimes. So when we pass and he says 10 to go, he really means 8 to go. Now, if David could actually hold up Manuel a bit. Ah. Sure looks like he really let him by. All right. 8-second lead, 8 to go. Don't count your chicken, Spear. How am I still 16th? I thought we were fighting over 15th. Darn it. Nope. I'd love to get 15th somehow. Don't think I'm going to be catching anybody, considering 12th and 13th are coming up to lap me. But you never know. All these guys are a lap down from the leader. That's crazy. That's how fast those San Filippos are there. They've left almost the entire field. Well, I guess not. Just 2/3 of it. Frank is still too far back.
1 minute 21.431.
Which is good for me. I think I let Frank through on this little short shoot before the historic curve. Circa 95 is what they call it. So many great races on this curve right here. So Manuel had to let these guys through behind. So that's where he is. But then when I have to let him through, that's when he'll catch up again. We talked a little bit on the forums about getting more 100% length races, and I sent an email to get more information from iRacing regarding race lengths and different things we could do. But I don't know. I don't know if they're going to go for it. I mean, that was so much fun, the Le Mans stuff. Well, the best part was not knowing if people are on 2 stops or 1 stops. It really did a lot for people watching the race. You never know. You never knew, what was going to happen. There's a lot of talk on Twitch and YouTube about it. I just heard something. It really sounded like I might have run over something. I don't know. It sounded like a chunk of rubber hitting a piece of aluminum or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably just playing with my hearing. I don't know what it could have been. So what do we got? 5 to go? 6? I don't know. This is a lot of fun. I would not want to race on the GP. No! Nope, I knew it. I would not want to race on the GP layout. Because of the final, all the chicanes at the end. But, this historic layout is great. So I really don't know what happened to Manuel. 21 seconds back.
Keep going.
Let me avoid all these cones. Yeah, I was afraid Manuel was going to be in that huge group of cars because I had to let like 5 go by, 5 or 6. It's crazy. Wow. But I had to let all those guys by. But Manuel must have spun. He's
32.65.
yeah. See, I lost 11 seconds there. Manuel lost more than that. Much more than that. Oh, not again, dude. Oh, P4. Oh, come on. Now we're losing it in that corner every time. Uh-oh. Am I not going to be having the traction for that corner anymore? I mean, this is what happens at the end of the race. Your tires are not what they used to be. And you're pushing because you want to stay ahead or make that last spot. And so things might happen. Yeah, see, Ian, 15th. Very close to me behind, so don't think we're going to get 15th. So 5 to go means 3 to go. Yeah, it feels, even in 3 there, it feels like I could spin it if I'm not careful. So yeah, I'm glad Manuel had that final spin because we need the breathing room. Oh, Manuel's got to finish a lap down, more than us, because he's been passed again by the San Filipos. Alright, 2 to go. Spotter will say white flag when the leader passes, but yeah, see, we're having to go really slow now. Some of these corners are scary.
A little white flag this time.
All right, so we're car number 19. We started 24th out of 25. And we're 16th.
Keep it going. Go one more. One more.
I'm going to go one more, don't worry, because I'm getting the white flag. That's what white flag means. I don't know, I don't think this was a... It wasn't a terrible result. We had 3 spins. Which I gotta tell you, I can't remember the last race I had 3 spins in. I mean, that's not something I do, but this car is hard to control.
1 minute.
We're locked into 16th now. I'm the only guy on my lap. So if P15 crashes out, I can't get P15. If I crash out, I can't go down to P17. So I'm literally just here for the SR. Danilo wound up winning. Nim Cross, P9. Nim is actually a really good driver. There's Manuel. He finished. Whew. Well, like I said, with anything, you just need more and more practice. And I get practice. I do practice, you know, driving the car during practice sessions, but race is so much different because you got different pressure. You got so much pressure on you. You got other cars speeding around, doing things, and you got to watch out. Track changes so much. Tires wear down, so. But I feel like, you know, we just need a lot more practice in this car, I think. I think we're getting better in the Lotus 79 with more practice. So. Whew, Spotter said good effort, bud. There you go. Thank you. See? It's not a crew chief thing. Although, 16th out of 25 for the Spear. Hey, thanks for watching F1 here at Barcelona, Catalunya. That was, we had some moments, but we did get some freebies, and we also, early on, we were fighting with some people, and we had potentially Manuel catching up with us, and we were able to stay in front of him. So, all in all, not too shabby, I guess. Thanks for watching the Spear. Hey, if you haven't by now, what have you been doing? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help me get to the followers I need, and I would very much appreciate that, and I am glad you enjoyed it. Catch me next time. The Spear iRacing.